Hi, I'm Eric Chesson, founder of Autism Fitness, and I wanted to give you all some in-home exercises that you can do because right now everybody is in home. Now, just because we're in a different environment doesn't mean that we're going to really change any of our protocols. And in standing with our Autism Fitness methodology, the PAC Profile, we have to account for physical, adaptive, and cognitive skills, because those aren't going to change necessarily just because our athlete is in home now. They can fluctuate a little bit. An athlete might be more motivated to exercise at home. They might be less motivated to exercise at home. So the exercises themselves and the protocols don't change at all, which is why it is absolutely important to have progressions and regressions for each exercise. What I'm not going to do in this series is give you a bunch of different exercises and say, here, go, because that's not what we do in Autism Fitness programming. It has to make sense for each athlete. That being said, that being accounted for, and you can always check on autismfitness.com or any of our free resources, our YouTube page, our Instagram page, for all of that information, because it really does make a tremendous difference. First exercise I'm going to give you right now is our bear walk or our quadruped crawl. So we start at the ground in quadruped position. Now here's the thing, if we have an athlete who's not yet ready or not yet motivated enough to go to the ground, we can start on not the ground too and just work on touching objects that are lower and lower to the ground until our athlete is comfortable getting into that quadruped position. So the instruction that we're going to give is, all right, bear walk position or knees and hands on the floor. So we're down here in our quadruped position. I'm going to show you first what we're looking for in the bear walk. So bear walk is knees up, crawling here. That's our bear walk. That's what we're looking for at what we call criteria for baseline mastery, meaning our athlete is able to perform it to that level. If they can't, which is often the case, we have to regress it, because an exercise is only as good as it's being performed. It's only going to give us the benefit if it's being performed correctly. So we're not going to have someone just do an exercise because that's the exercise. So I'm going to show you the quadruped crawl. This is our regression. And this can be done even in a small space. Here's forward, and then we can even work on backwards with our athlete. Also, we can also add, if you want to add in a little cone touch to that, or touching another object, we can add in some toys there, and just have the athlete touch with left hand and then with right hand. So to go over it again, that full bear walk is knees up, cross pattern crawl, and all that means is that when my right knee is moving, my left hand is moving. That's the cross crawl pattern. And we can go backwards with that, or in the case of a lot of our athletes, they're going to start off in quadruped position here, forwards and backwards. Now, how do you know which version to use with your athlete? Couple quick ways to determine that. If an athlete is bridging up here and walking, then they're not able to lock down in that proper position. Again, fine, we just bring them into quadruped. The other thing we see a lot is an athlete starts to rotate with their hips. So you'll see that hip rotation right and left. They're not yet able to stabilize in that movement. Again, fine. If one of those two or two of those two things are happening right now, all you're going to do is bring it back down to that quadruped position. You can even, the third variation, is you can hold this quadruped position in place, which is great for trunk stability, and you can just have the athlete reach. Left hand, right hand, reaching out. We can even get into the legs here, so right leg up, left leg up, and it's also a great opportunity to work on prepositions. Right, left, out, in. So figure out which one of those three variations makes sense for for the individual that you're working with, and just go with that right now. Wherever you're starting is just fine. I'm Eric Chesson for Autism Fitness with your in-home exercise series, and check out the next one coming soon.